Hi, I'm Dr. Marguerite and welcome to this live on the best kept secret that keep women stuck and struggling with feeling tired all the time, brain foggy and poor sleep. So, why is it that so many women in perimenopause, menopause, midlife struggle with feeling tired all the time, waking up feeling exhausted no matter how much you slept? All of that stuff. What's going on? Well, I'm here to give you some answers to that and a really big opportunity to get some personalized information for yourself on exactly these issues. So I want to share a few truths first of all. So the truth number one is this. If right now you have got a combination going on of feeling tired all the time, feeling brain foggy, sleep that's not refreshing, or that's just, you're waking up a lot, hot sweats, feeling restless, just needing to go for a wee, all of that stuff. If you've got all that going on, then this triad of symptoms is a really strong indicator that you might have something called adrenal fatigue. Now, adrenal fatigue, if you have never heard of it, it is fine. A lot of people haven't, but here's the thing, it's the best kept secret. For three reasons. One, there are a lot of medical people, even non-medical people, who are very dismissive of the fact that adrenal fatigue even exists, okay? And they will discredit it, they will tell you it's not a proper medical diagnosis, and and for all those reasons they will say it's not true, it's not a real thing. But you only have to speak to a woman who's actually got adrenal fatigue and she will tell you a very different story, but more on that in a moment. The other thing is that it is not tested for. So if you are a woman, especially, I'm based in the UK, if you're a woman in the UK, but I'm sure the same is true for most of the world, and you go to a doctor who is trained in a Western medicine style of training, and that was me, by the way. I have been a regular doctor for decades, and so I know the training that we have. We're not trained on this. We are not told about this. We are not, shown that this is a valid piece of physiology that goes on, this stuff with our adrenals, and we're not testing for it either. So if you go to your doctor and you say, I'm just feeling so tired all the time, I feel run down, I can't think straight, I can't remember things, maybe I've got Alzheimer's, maybe it's my menopause, maybe it's my hormones, you try and give yourself, you're trying to find answers, right? But the truth is that when they run blood tests, they run a panel called tired all the time panel, and that will include things like a full blood count, your kidney function, your liver function, maybe your bone chemistry, maybe a vitamin D if you're lucky. These types of things. They might look at your iron levels, they'll look at your thyroid, all these kinds of things. And if you're really lucky, they might run something called a 9 a.m. cortisol, which is useless, by the way, in terms of diagnosing adrenal fatigue. But more on that, and that's another story for another time. So what that means is that women are being tested for things, and if all those things are normal, if you've been told all your bloods are normal, and that, just get on with it, they're not testing for adrenal fatigue. And I know, I was a medical doctor for many years. We're not trained to test for it, nor are we trained to interpret the tests that exist for looking at adrenal patterning, stress patterning during a 24-hour period. So it's not tested for. That's the second thing. And then the third thing is that they might say to you, well, we don't really know of any effective treatments anyway, so why bother testing for it? Okay, so adrenal fatigue, quick summary, quick rundown, is the best kept secret because it's discredited as a legitimate diagnosis. People will say it's not real. The second thing is it's not tested for, not properly. And the third thing is they'll say, oh, there's no treatment for it anyway, so we're not going to test.